Hi, welcome to our lesson for today. Following our lesson on how to find the equation of a straight line, we want to move on and look at how to draw the graphs of equations of a straight line. So, we already saw the equations in this form. We said the equation of a straight line is given in this form where you have y equals mx plus c. So, in this case, we have been given this equation where y equals to x plus 2. And we want to draw the graph of this equation. When you are given this the equation in this form, you basically need 2 points for you to be able to draw a straight line, but usually use at least 3, just so that you are sure of everything you are doing. So, when you are given the equation this way, pick any values for x, but in this case, you have been given the x values already: 4, 1, -3, and 0. So what we need to do to find the corresponding values of y are that wherever we see x, for us to find the corresponding y value for 4, we substitute this 4 into this equation. So when x equals to 4, our y here will be equal to, now we put 4 in place of x. So we have 4 plus 6, plus 2, and that will give us 6. So the corresponding y value here will be 6. When x equals to 1, our y will be equal to 1 plus 2, which equals to 3. So the corresponding y value here will be 3. And then when x equals to -3, our y will be equal to -3 plus 2, which is equal to -1. -1, so this value of -1. And then when our x is equal to 0, y will be equal to 0 plus 2, which is of course equals to 2. So the value will be 2. Now that we have the corresponding y values, we can now go ahead and plot these points on our graph, and then we can draw the straight line. So let's go ahead and plot these on our graph. I have my graph board here, so I'm going to plot this value here onto my graph board. Normally when you are doing this, consider the x and y values in deciding how you divide your graph. The highest negative value I have for x is 3, and the highest positive value I have for y is 6. So I've divided my graph like this. You already know how to choose your scale and all that. So when x is 4, y is 6. So this is my x-axis. I come here, I locate my 4, and then y is 6. The corresponding y value is 6. So I trace it up till I make my 6 here, and then I make a mark here. The next one is 1 and 3. So 1 and then 3. 1 and 3 will be here. Mark it here. X and then y. Then you have -3 for my x, -3, and then -1. So -3, -1 should be somewhere here. And then finally I have 0 and then 2. 0 and 2. So this 0, trace up my y, which is 2. I have it somewhere here, plotted. Now that I've plotted this point, I picked my ruler. Unfortunately, I don't have a ruler here, so I'm going to use my free hand. You should use your ruler, put it on it, and you join this point as straight as you can. Join this point, and you will get a straight line. So I've joined this point. So this is the line which has this equation: y equals x plus 2. So this is the line. You realize that this is a straight line. All the points I had are on this line. Once you draw this and you realize that some of the points do not lie on this straight line, you should know that you have probably made a mistake in calculating your corresponding y value. So you should go back and check it. You should always have a straight line like I have had. So now, if you look at this equation, if you remember, we said that the number here, which is the C, is the intercept on the y-axis. That's where the line will cut the y-axis. So if you look here, these are y-axis. If you look here, our line is cutting the y-axis at 2. So this is the intercept on the y-axis. And then you can be asked where the line cuts the x-axis. So you just take your x-axis here. When you look here, the line cut the x-axis here. So the line cut the x-axis at -2. So it's as simple as that. Let's look at another example. In our second example, the equation of the straight line is given as y equals 2x plus 4. I've not been given any values of x, neither have I been given any values of y, so I'm going to choose my own values. You need to choose values that are simple enough. Don't choose fractions or decimals unless it is absolutely necessary. So choose values that are easy to work with. So let me pick some values of x. So let me just start with -1, 0, and then 1. So I'm picking just 3 values. This will help me to be able to draw my straight line. So when my x is equal to -1, I just substitute it here. So y will be equal to 2 times -1 plus 4. -1 times 2 will give you -2. -2 plus 4 should give me 2. So a corresponding y value here will be 2. When my x equals to 0, y will be equal to 2 times 0 plus 4. 2 times 0 is 0, so my y will be equal to 4. So I have it here. And then when x equals to 1, my y will be equal to 2 times 1 plus 4, which should give me 6. So I have my 6 here. So these are the values I have, the corresponding y values after picking these 3 numbers as my x values. Now I'm going to plot them on my graph. So here again, I have my graph board and I'm plotting these values. So I have my first value, x, being -1, and then the corresponding y value being 2. So I come here, -1 and then 2. I'll plot that here. Then I have 0 and 4. So 0 and 4 for the x-axis, that the y-axis, sorry, that will be here. And then I have 1, 6. So 1 and 6. 1 and 6 should be, this is 1, so 6 should be somewhere here. Is that 6? Yes. So that's 6. So I try joining this point. I draw a straight line through them from here to here and then through this end. Alright, so I have my straight line here. You should use a ruler so that you have a very straight line, unlike mine that I'm using my free hand. So this is the line that represents the equations y equals 2x plus 4. Now, you realize that this line cuts the y-axis here, 4, which is the same as what we have here. If you are asked to find the point where this line will cross the x-axis, you realize that from the 3 points I've drawn, this is just my line. So all you need to do is that put your ruler on this point and then just extend this line. Extend this line. Continue extending the line until it crosses the x-axis. So whichever point your line crosses the x-axis at, that will be the point they are referring to as the point where the line crosses the x-axis. So if you draw it, just extend it and then you will have that. Okay, sometimes you are given an equation where x is equal to just a single number, a whole number, or y is also equal to a whole number. In this case, these lines you draw will either be parallel to the y-axis or x-axis. So let's see how it works. If you have something like this, x is equal to 4, all you need to do is that come to the x-axis, locate 4, this is 4. So draw a straight line that cuts through this point here. So sorry, my line seems to be going off. So this is what you have. You draw a line that passes through 4. So this line is the same as x is equal to 4. Now, what do you notice? You realize that this line here, x equals to 4, is parallel to your y-axis. So anytime you have an equation where x is equal to a number, that line will be parallel to your y-axis. And then if you have y equals to 2, in this case y equals to 2, where is 2 on the y-axis? This is 2. So you locate your 2 here, draw a line that passes through these two straight line. So this is y equals to 2. Now you notice again that this one is parallel to the x-axis. It tells you that anytime y is given to be equal to a number, that line will be parallel to the x-axis. So take note of these two examples. So anytime you have a number that is equal to, you have x that is equal to a number, and you don't have the x values, that's what you would have. I hope this is simple enough for you to understand how to draw the graphs of an equation. Thank you.